Hello there, and welcome back to some more Forza Motorsport 7, and welcome to another car build. Last time out, I took a look at the BMW 507 and made ourselves a lovely low-class sports car that wasn't particularly lovely, as it turns out. This time around, however, I am looking at the complete polar opposite, because we are doing a police car build. If you've never seen one of these before, basically the objective of this is we are going to build up our police car, which in the case of today is the Nissan Titan Warrior, more on that later. And what we're going to be basically doing is we're going to run a race, and the goal is to basically pit maneuver as many cars as possible. We've got to apprehend suspects, and well, we've got one hell of a car to do it with. This is the Nissan Titan Warrior. At the time of this game it was a concept car. I believe it has actually come out now and it's a thing. Basically it's Nissan's idea of a Ford Raptor, however it has a massive diesel engine, which is fantastic. We are definitely going to be keeping that diesel engine, but I'm sort of wondering, I'm probably going to build this thing to B class, I reckon. That should be a good place for it. Now, I'm curious to see what other engines you could actually stick in it. You can stick a petrol V8 or a NASCAR. Yes, put a NASCAR engine in a Nissan Titan. No. B class, maybe C class. This car might suit C class more, to be honest with you. Apparently there is no adjustable front aero for this car, but yes, we will go for the many lights. Holy crap, this thing weighs a lot, 7,400 pounds. We won't have the tyre, because I don't think the tyre looks particularly good. So, grip, yes. Race tyres, really? I don't know. Let's put the tyre widths up and then to see what we can do. I thought the tyres looked really small, but it turns out they're 325s, and we can stick 365s on the front and 385s on the rear. Holy crap. That's some big-ass tyres. Yeah, Sonic will go full race tyres, just to give ourselves as much grip as possible. Now, the question is, does this... No, it doesn't. It doesn't have the old bug. If you didn't know, in Horizon 3, this car basically had a bug where if you put tyres on it, or put aftermarket wheels on it, it would shoot the PI up. Unfortunately, no such bug in this game. Or fortunately, depending on whether you liked how much the brakes weigh. Everything on this car is just massive in weight, apparently. Although the suspension isn't. Right, let's just get it out of the way. Weight reduction, yes. Technically, on a police car, you'd kind of want to keep some of the weight because radio equipment and blah blah blah. Chassis rigidity, it is a modern truck, so I'm going to leave it. And this is going to be all about the power, and again, I'm starting to think more C-Class than B-Class, but you never know, maybe the power will persuade me, it usually does. But for now, we will stick literally everything in this that we can, just to try and curb some more of that weight. 5,400 pounds, it's down to reasonable levels. And let's put a nice exhaust on it, and that's going to decrease the weight some more. And now let's ruin all of that. I want all of the torque. It puts it into A class. That's a lot more PI than I wanted to use. But at the same time, I want that torque. Jesus. Well, this is going to go even better than I expected. Sod it. More torque. Yes, all of the torques. I don't quite want an S-Class one. Jesus. I actually... I wonder how much power you could actually get out of this if you, like, fully upgraded it. I'm assuming, like, 900 odd horsepower? I don't know. Again, that's more a question for Silly Car Showdown, more than this. Anyways, our truck is a 700. Again, it was going to be a nice C-Class car, but then the turbo sort of took over, and yeah. Apparently we can do 173 miles an hour, and apparently the gear ratios are quite... okay, yeah, we're not going to get any more speed than that. I'll leave the ride height as it is, because technically this is an off-road car. It might need to off-road. It's an off-road police car. Yes. Anyways... Let's have a look at statistics. 774 horsepower, 1,386 pound-foot of torque. Okay, 5,395 pounds, 55% of the weight over the front end, A700. I don't know if this is going to work as a police car, but we are going to find out. and I think it's going to kill me, but it'll probably kill someone else while we're at it with all of the talk it's got. So, yeah, well, let's go see if this turns out to be successful or not. I'm guessing not. Okay, after much tweaking and fiddling, we found the suspects at the Top Gear track. Now, it's pretty cool, because we have multi-class racing in this game now. I've worked this out a little bit differently to the way we usually do the police car build. So before, I basically had to build a car within a class and then kill other cars within my class, whereas now you might notice there's a plethora of different cars there. We have a group running D class, a group running C class, a B class group, and finally the A class group, which I'm part of, and yeah, that should make things a little bit more interesting, should be able to liven up the action some more. I've decided to go for this third person camera mode because it is the best. I would use bonnet view, the problem is that the front end doesn't seem to track properly, and I can't really see where the front end is on the car, so yeah. Much tweaking went on to try and get this one to where I wanted it to, but I think I'm perfectly happy now. So of course, if you forgot the rules, basically the whole idea is for me to either pit maneuver or immobilize a car. I'm going to allow immobilizations as well. I believe I did in the first one of these, and in case you're wondering, immobilization means basically complete stop, i.e. where it says caution ahead, whatever, or there you go, that's an immobilization in my book. Or alternatively rollover. And yeah, that is possible. Like, there's a reason we're doing this at Top Gear, because it could turn out to be quite funny, considering yeah, we can roll cars pretty easily using the grass, and considering there's the fact there's an RS200 on the grid, I mean, it would be unkind of us to not basically try to kill the RS200 by a rollover. Anyways, we do have one suspect in custody for RAFF. Another cool thing with Top Gear is, technically speaking, because of the way the track loops, there's actually a crossover section, and what that means is occasionally the cars that are on the lap behind might actually cross over at the wrong point and start slowing down some of the other suspect vehicles as well. So yeah, this one should be pure chaos as far as police car builds go. Anyway, they're usually complete and utter chaos. Right, we have another Ferrari FF, which needs disabling. That was unsolid. There we go. If the front end comes around on the car, I'm classing that as a successful pit maneuver. That one, a little bit on the shoddy side, if you ask me. Not quite as the way I'd want to do it. I'd usually like to get him a little bit cleaner, but it will do. We've got to arrest the KTM now, and I've made a mess of this track already. I'm assuming much more mess is going to be made out of it. Interestingly enough, haven't seen the D-Class cars yet. Then again, this Nissan Titan, not exactly the fastest thing in the world. I have lowered the driver tire difficulty as well, because if you stick them on unbeatable, basically that makes this impossible, because there is no way on God's green earth I would be able to catch a bunch of, you know, good A-Class cars like the KTM and stuff in this, because, I mean, it probably won't surprise you to know this, but driving an A-Class pickup truck with 700 horsepower and 1400 pound-foot of torque, not the easiest thing in the world, and also by far and away not the quickest car in this class. Come on, go round. There we go. Suspect has been immobilized. The Ferrari that we had previously immobilized is apparently coming back up behind me, which is always a good sign. I think he's the one that I didn't quite do a particularly good job of pit maneuvering. And then again, maybe we're slowing the group down. The group is actually being slowed down considerably by the fact that there's no... well, they're basically D-Class cars in front of them. I'm not actually sure where the D-Class cars are. I'm just going to have a quick pause. They're sort of all just sort of spread out. It's mostly Clios, so Azel's going to be happy. With this one, I cannot see a literal thing. I mean, it was a pathetic takedown, but it did have caution ahead, therefore I'm classing it as one, so that's the RS200 now, and I believe that is 3 successful takedowns so far. I'm catching up to some B-Class cars. It's time to punish some Shelby Cobras, which, if you've seen the last few videos I've done in the last couple of days, then yes, I'm very happy to be killing some Cobras, because my lordy lord, I do need it. And speaking of killing Cobras... that I said speaking of killing cobras, let's try that again. Let's try that again, but this time, if we're actually in third-person mode, which is the correct camera. He's round. I didn't get him to roll over, which is a shame. I plan to at least make one cobra roll over, but that was a successful pit maneuver on a cobra right there. I'm trying to use rewind as little as possible, but I will have to use it occasionally, otherwise, yeah, it would be a pretty boring challenge. Oh, that's not quite a successful pit maneuver. Or not successful enough for my liking. Again, okay, yeah, he's immobilized. Okay, we will count that one. Not quite sure on the score right now. I'll probably have a counter or something at the top of the screen to count how many takedowns I have accomplished. Gotta ignore all these Ferraris because technically we've already taken them out. Not sure if we've taken... I don't think we've taken any of the Alphas out, so we will go for them. That being said, if an opportunity presents itself to take out a Ferrari as target practice, we will do so. Again, I'm sure that's making Q very happy, considering how much he despises the Ferrari FF. There you go, eat tyre wall. Excellent. Alpha, okay. That's not a successful takedown. He's also very, very stuck out there now, so that's probably going to be the end of his race. I feel kind of bad killing the 33s, but again, I hate the tyre walls on this track. God, I do really wish maybe for Forza 8 we can get like a version of Top Gear that doesn't have tyre barriers, because that would make my show look a whole lot better. And it would also make a job like this much easier. Like, have the barriers up for, say, multiplayer races. I can understand why they're there. The problem is, it really ruins the look and the flow of the track. Like, that tyre barrier that they put there is stupid. Admittedly, at least they don't have one there anymore, because that really was pointless. It's an Alpha. It's an Alpha? It's an Aston Martin. It's also not gone round. This is where I face the moral dilemma of, do I go back to try to kill the Aston Martin? The answer is yes. And the answer is the Aston Martin is done. I think I killed the KTM before. So we won't go for him. Try not to hit that tyre bundle. Alright, we're back up with a Ferrari. Which, again, we'll ignore unless the opportunity presents itself, like that. I'm just a dick, really. This is just sort of online target practice, really, when it comes to Forza, isn't it? The M5, that's not a successful takedown either. Not doing particularly well getting successful takedowns right now. I feel like I need one big money hit to continue, so sod it. Big money hit! Well, that was achieved. That M5 is dead. The M5 is very, very dead. There is no getting around that. I think I killed this Black Cobra before. I'm not 100% sure. By the looks of the side of him, yes I did. So, there you go. You can go around there, buddy. Yeah. That M5 is very dead now. So, hopefully you're happy. I got at least one major KIA. Do need to go for some more though. I think the big ramming tactic might actually help us gain some positions on the criminals as well, so sod it, Cowabunga! Caused a major issue for that Alpha. The Clio is over there. I'm classing that as successful. That Clio is fucking dead. Jesus. This is a lot of fun, as it turns out. This is a lot of fun. Problem is, every single Alpha's the same colour, so I don't know which ones I've killed and which ones I haven't. Why can't it be like in Forza 4? At least some of them were blue. Right. Many cars I've already technically taken out here. So, Gonna sort of shortcut my way to the lead. Alpha's taking himself out there. I think I've already taken the Alpha out. I honestly don't know. Again, I'm gonna have to like watch this back and check how many cars I've actually taken out. Cobra, I believe I killed earlier. But then again, killing a Cobra is a hard opportunity to pass up, so sod it. There you go, he is round. That is a successful pit maneuver, and the Charger. Yep, his front end came round. He is a successful hit. I don't think there's too many cars that have managed to escape my wrath at this point. Oh, look, it's a little Clio. No, you're about to fucking die. There you go. Thank me later, buddy. Thank me later, Azza, for that one. And that's dead. Oh, hey, a Cobra. Do you know what? I don't know what that thing is in the lead. I don't think we're catching it, so might go for a grand finale kill on the Cobra. Although if I could get one of these Ferraris to, like, completely explode, that'd be good. I'm really just sort of... This isn't really, admittedly, police work anymore. This is more killing in action, but... I mean, what a fun time it is. Ah, Cobra's not going over. That's a shame. How about we try that again? But this time with more force. Also, with maybe... If I use my car a little bit more as a battering ram... Yeah, because I sort of leaned into him a little bit too hard there. The point of this is to sort of slowly creep up on your prey. Probably the best place to roll him over would be there. Unless this Alpha wants to present an opportunity to do so. Alright. Come on. Yeah, this race has just turned in... The race itself is a complete shambles. I have no idea who's doing what right now. Can we go for a 2-for-1? Nope. If the Alpha wasn't dead before, it is now. I still want to make a Cobra roll over, but I'm not quite sure how I'm going to accomplish it. Although I'm getting a pretty rough idea of what I'm going to do through this corner. Well, there you go, that's how you roll a Cobra. I like the way it bounces up on its wheels. It's like the most stupid thing in the world. Right, power. Yeah, most police car builds turn out to be pretty serious. This one's turned out to just be police brutality. Yeah. I need, like, the opposite of Ice-T's Cop Killer playing in the background. I need, like, NWA's... Actually, no. I don't need any... Is there any, like, pro police songs? Maybe that, like, rap version of the Miami Vice theme or something. I still think I need to take the Aston out, technically, don't I? Yeah, let's do it in the most pathetic way possible. There we go. He technically took himself out, but I'm counting it as a victory for me. Is this the M5 that I absolutely destroyed earlier? I can't be too sure, to be honest with you, so... Ooh, didn't want to do that. Might go for him again. Unfortunately, we're going to get reset by the gods of Forza on that one, as is the M5. Should we wait for this Clio? Try and kill a Clio. That looks like a fairly fresh Clio as well. Oh, he's missing his arse. Oh well. Come on, come this way. Not quite enough speed to roll him over there. Although he's going to respawn nice and factory fresh there, so let's kill him this time round. Excellent. Go. But here we go. Well, the Expo's coming with me. Did I kill the Aston this time? I actually don't remember if I got him, so, this does pay me to do this, to be honest with you. Kill a perfectly good Aston Martin, but, that was just pure chaos. That's, I mean, it was fun. That turned less into a police build and more into a police brutality, complete destroy everything build. Because he probably made this as a nice police pursuit vehicle which is supposed to stand for justice. I don't feel like I committed much justice there. I feel like I committed genocide. But yeah. Hopefully no one took this build particularly seriously, because this one has probably been my least serious of every single build I've ever done. So there you go. I'll probably do another police car build at some point in the future. It probably won't be as mental as this one, but if you do like it, if you want it to be as mental as this one, do let me know. I'm sure I can build a Raptor or something, but yeah. Anyways, thank you all very much for watching. Normal service will resume next time I do a car build, so join me for that. Until then, farewell.
As I take a look down the project block, see they fill with pain, and I'ma block that out. Cause I got a job to protect and serve, and I'm gon' do it, homie, that's my word. I got me a bag, got me a gun, and all my niggas told me that I was on one.